coming in, buddy. Hola, ¿cómo está? Bien, you too? Just tying on my hook. We'll get out there and start fishing. Try and get my let's get the swim bait on. We'll get out there. Yo, what's up? Thanks for coming in. Hello, I see. How's everyone doing today? Get out there and real quick so I get to this jig head thread or this swim bait threaded on. Show you guys what I'm using. For the day, it's super windy, as you can tell. Super duper windy. Alright, turn the camera around, you guys can see what I'm using here. Got a little paddle tail swim bait. Just gonna chuck and wind that around. For as windy as it is today, I think we're gonna catch them. I do like the wind. Fishing in the wind anyway. Sitting in the sun, took a break from classes. Okay. How are classes going? Snagged on, but Mark 3. Bonjour. Bonjour. Yeah, buddy. And it. Thanks everyone for coming today. It's super duper windy out here today, so I'm not sure how long we'll be fishing for, but as long as the fish are biting, my battery's got a charge. We'll be out here. I get stuck up on this. Anything exciting going on? Nothing besides the wind. What's poppin', y'all? Hey, thanks for coming in. Hey, friends, how's it fishing today? We just started, so nothing yet. It's super duper windy out here. So I'll have to fight the wind all day, probably. It's the worst thing in the world. At least it's not cold. I'd rather have wind than cold. Be a bass sitting over here somewhere. Any luck? Not yet. Kayaking not easy when it's so windy. That's very true. Hey buddy, let's start today, or did I miss a previous live? Are you on the drop shot today? I was going to use a drop shot today, but I couldn't find any drop shot weights. I checked a couple of bait shops, I checked Walmart, I couldn't find any drop shot weights. So as soon as I get some drop shot weights, I'm going to rig one up and probably do a little drop shot in one of these days soon. But yeah, Steve, that's one reason why I got a kayak with a motor now, is to fight the wind. That was a stick. But yeah, back when I had just my little basic kayak, the wind was terrible to fish in. That Christmas tree. There we go. We're gonna work back to this this pipe here, just because I think my kayak battery is getting low, so I'm gonna come back here just to make sure I got enough juice to get out. Otherwise, the wind's blowing at the bank I put in at, so even if my motor dies, I still can just float back with the wind or paddle. I don't have to fight the wind coming back. As long as I get out of here, no problem. But I like fishing in the wind. I mean, for some reason, it seems like they hammer baits when the wind's blowing. I got a lot more confidence fishing in the wind than I do when it's dead calm, placid. Plus, it'd be hard to fish a drop shot today being so darn windy. So, hi again, Rude. Oh, hey, Skip Jackson's coming in again today. Is that the deep clear lake? Yeah. Well, this right here is the lake I've been fishing on lately. This is where I caught that 7-pounder a couple lives ago. Windy everywhere, it seems, sure enough. Now, if I had got a hold of the drop shot, I would have gone out to the other lake nearby. It's super deep and super clear. But that's on my radar, so as soon as I get some drop shot weights, I'll set one of those up and we'll go out there and I'll throw a drop shot. I'll throw a worm on a drop shot, and then I'll a little finesse worm, and I'll throw a big swim bait out there, because there's some big bass out there too, I hear. So I have to go out there and see if we can't snag one. I'm not sure what the bait fish situation out there is. I know here there's big shad and big crawdads in this lake. So if you can match that, match the hatch, you're in pretty good shape. It's been a long time since I've done a drop shot, but I'm excited to drop one, to tie one up. Wind keeps blowing my dang chair down on my back. A little more calm back here in this canal. You can actually pick apart this area a little bit better. It's like the big old wash tub in the water from the last bad storm we had. Ooh, what kind of trash is in the water? Anyway, thanks for coming in, guys. Make sure you double tap that screen for me. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them down below, and I'll answer them when I can and to the best of my knowledge. know the answer, I'll do some research, find the answer for you after I got the live. Kayak dangler. Yeah, hey buddy. Thanks for coming in. Try to work this rudder. Alright. Snag. Tree limb here. Alright. To rip down to it. I'm expecting a couple nice bass today, but we'll have to see, I guess. I have a lot of confidence fishing the wind. I'm catching so many good ones over the years while the wind was blowing, but who knows? I mean, I made a skunk today. We'll see. There always seems to be a bass holding back here on this pipe. At least one small one or so. I'll show you guys that pipe. When we get down there, that's the, this is the tunnel or the pipe that divides up the lake into two parts, or two sides. So. But all that rain though, so I mean this back area ought to be a little deeper. So maybe, last time I was back here was shallow. But hopefully, or maybe there's some bass back here now, or more of them. Another logs right there. I guess I'll go ahead and turn the camera around so you guys can see this pipe. I won a lot of tournaments on a 4-inch Simmons Brown Senko hooked wax style. Yeah. Why are you seeing? If you want to turn into Ginger Spider-Man, go in the pipe. You think I'm a ginger? Is that because my beard's red? I was going to show you the pipe. Now the wind's pushing me back the other direction. What the heck? There's got to be a bass. I mean, usually there's a bass inside this, right around this pipe here. Let's skip that across the pads. Alright, let's get up in there. Anything there today. Just usually there is. I wonder how the wind is on the opposite side. There's nothing in here today, I guess. Let's try along this wall. I scared something away in there. have to put it in reverse here in a second. Get a couple spiders on my head. See if we can't. Alright. This one gotta push off the pipe. Sink will be on the drop shot, of course. Okay. Put in reverse, Terry. Oh no, oh Lord, Terry. Oh, Terry. What you doing, Terry? Put in reverse. Old 4th of July classic. But, I was thinking of when I put my drop shot rigged up, I'm probably going to put a turn it around again. I think I've got some old robo worms I may try, but I'm probably going to put a little finesse shad Z-Man mace because it floats up, so it'll stick right out on the drop shot. Either that or I'll what else do I have? I was going to tie. Oh, I got a Z-Man finesse worm. I'm going to maybe put it on the drop shot because they're so buoyant that they'll stick straight out, But why are you such a big swim bait? Are there 10? And there might be a 10-pounder in there, but this is actually a smaller bait. I was using a bigger swim bait recently, but this is what I caught that big fat 7-pounder on. 5-inch Z-Man. I mean, it looks big. Maybe looks pretty big, I don't know. But that's a great size. You can catch quantity and quality on that size. What I was using is something this big. I was using this big old swim bait, but I was snagging the pads too much. It's got that big treble hook that hangs down on the belly, so I was snagging, grabbing all the lily pad stems with that big treble hook on that swim bait. So using this kind of setup, I don't snag up as easily at all. But oh yeah, nice. Hey Swicky, Fam Outdoors, thanks for coming in. I mean, 10-pounders are hard to come by, here in the Midwest, but I mean, if I caught a 7-pounder, there's got to be an 8-pounder in here somewhere. So there's definitely plenty of 3, 4, 5-pounders. A couple 6s last year I pulled out here, 2 or 3 anyway. But that 7-pounder was the biggest one I caught out here so far. So I've heard stories of 8-pounders, 9-pounders being in here, so you just got to put it past one of them, I guess. See if we can entice them to bite. We'll go ahead and motor up. We're gonna motor all the way up the lake and float back down. Excuse me. Yeah, but we're gonna, like I said, you guys can hear me, and I don't know if all the wind blowing, but go ahead and motor up the lake and then float back down. So just hang in there. If you guys have any questions, go and ask them down in the chat, and when I stop up there at the back of the lake, I'll answer your questions for you. Check this one real quick. Yeah, the tequila sunrise. Oh. What's your tractor for? You got a secret color you don't want anybody to know about? Must have been classified information, huh? Okay. So maybe you were giving out classified information or something. Ever throw a chatterbait? I used to throw a chatterbait all the time, but I stopped. I got like 4 brand new chatterbaits in my box home. New subscriber, outstanding. Thanks, Steven. let's get the throttle down a little bit here and see if we can't fight this wind up the lake. How about a Ned rig? Yeah, I was throwing a Ned rig the last couple of years. A little Z-Man turd worm, a little bitty 2 3/4 inch worm on a jig head. I haven't thrown one yet this year, but usually I throw a Ned rig every so often. It's not a bad bait. Ever heard of dark sleepers? Oh yeah, little bitty swim baits. It doesn't Mega Bass make those? They're about this big. They got big old paddle tails. They got crazy colors. I think it's Mega Bass or maybe it's Steps. I don't remember. Have you ever tried out the old banjo minnow? Yeah, those things are all. Those things came out when I was a teenager, I think. Although those infomercials, I never tried a banjo minnow, but I bought some though. All of them years ago, I bought them when they first came out. Never really used them. Yes, sir. My buddy lives and dies by them, but the hookup ratio is horrible. Okay. I never bought any, but I think my brother-in-law bought them one time and used them or something. He had decent luck on them, I guess, but I just pretty much stick to, the Z-Man paddle tail swim baits or Berkeley coal sheds. But I know, I haven't tried a glide bait yet, but I like to try one of those maybe one day. Big old glide bait, just kind of glide it side to side. Around and get it going. To the back here, and we are depending on the battery, how the fish are biting. You might have to keep coming back up and go back up, float back down, come back up, float back down. That's That's good about the motor. Like, I can do that all day, you know, but suppose I gotta paddle super hard, you know. But I don't mind paddling. But alright, almost to the back here. Now that you have a motor, you should just troll for an inch silver and pile around the edges. Well, I don't have any Rapalas with me today, but I'm not really big on trolling. I like to cast and wind. I'm not really big on trolling. Usually they see me trolling and they hating, trying to catch me fishing dirty. They see me trolling. I'm gonna flip around here and cast up in these pads, see what happens. I turn my hat back around now that it's no real threat of the wind blowing it off. Thankfully it's pretty warm today. It's like in the low 60s. You know, the wind's howling, it's not that bad out. Doggo's getting in trouble. Outside edge here, and later on we may go a little bit deeper into the pads to try it. That one bass I caught about 5 pounds last week, she was pretty shallow. So that's where the warmest water is going to be at anyway. So. Here soon there's going to be bass in all stages of the spawn. Prespawn, some on the bed, some just getting off the bed. It's going to be a whole gamut of bass. Not quite yet though. It's going to be 60s today. It's supposed to be, I think, 74 tomorrow, I think. So it's supposed to get back down to 50s for like 4 or 5 days or something. So I don't know, I like fishing it when it's 50, 60 degrees outside. I don't like it to be too warm. But then I'll be fishing in the middle of the summer for 12 hours, 14 hours. So but anyway, let's that place like in August. I gotta get a kayak with the motor. Heck yeah, man! If you're gonna buy one, buy it before next year. You always raise the prices. It seems like a new year rolls around. I try not to fish this place, you know, in the middle of the summertime. I mean, I like to go down the rivers and fish for smallmouth in the summer, but it's not too bad. I mean, half the lake's choked up. Not choked up, but like the part where I'm fishing back here. I mean, the pads are pretty far off the water, but I mean, the grass and the moss don't get bad out here or nothing. It's just the lily pads that grow up and get fairly thick in certain areas of the lake. But although example, I come out here with the topwater frog, you know, in August, and chuck that around to get a couple big ones to blow up on it. I can think last spring I was throwing a topwater frog one day and it caught like a 3-4 pounder on it. Just messing around. Does your yak motor get clogged up then? Every once in a while I'll get grass wrapped around the prop and I just gotta pull it up, pull the grass off the prop and put it back down. It's not a real problem or nothing. Yeah, more hands on the rod and don't have to bother with the paddle. Yeah, especially you get the autopilot motor. It's the step up from mine. And that thing is autopilot on it, so you can just press a button, it'll hold you in place without having to do anything. That'd be nice to have, but a lot more expensive. Took a lot of contemplating to get this one. Almost talked myself out of it a couple times. It's like a lot of pads, like it would be too thick. It just gets thick, you know, just in this area, it gets pretty thick from here all the way back to the bank. And then there's just a perfect thin layer of them and down the bank over here. And then at that back canal, I was just out with the pipe, the culvert pipe. That gets choked up with the pads pretty thick back there. The bank behind me, it barely gets any pads on it at all. Well, half of it does, but like it's just enough to hold bass. It's not enough to choke up the lake or nothing where it's unfishable. So that's nice. Now we're definitely gonna be fishing the edge. Like I said, we'll fish the edge and then so we got some trails up in the sky, huh? If you know, you know, right? I can get you a deal on some power poles. Oh yeah? I've been contemplating getting power poles. Actually, this kayak comes with a spot in the back that already has a spot put in place to put a power pole onto it. There's like 4 bolts back there or something. But how much is a micro power pole? Like $600, $700, $800 or something? I think it's like at least $600 for a power pole, right? For a micro one. We're going to get a little bit closer. That's crazy, I've never seen a yak with one. I don't think it's too common. But I know they, I mean, if I really want to deck out my kayak, you know, I get a power pole, a micro power pole, I get a live scope set up in here. I'm not sure what else I even put in here. I guess I could have a Yak Attack, one of those crates, I guess, in here too. But it's crazy because before I bought this kayak, I had just, you know, I had a basic sit-in, just a basic sit-in kayak, you know. The seat folded down, so I put my tackle box back there. I kept only one rod with me, in a small tackle box, you know, but now I got all the storage in here. I don't know what to do with. A brick on a rope. I don't know if that would even work today. It's so windy. If I just drag that brick around, probably. I know some guys will take like an old, a big Folgers coffee can, and they'll pour concrete in it, and put a rope in there, and that way when it, you know, when the concrete sets, the rope's inside of it or whatever, so then you got a makeshift weight or anchor that way. So, and I got a lot of coffee cans. But some guys have what's called an anchor wizard too, which is, you know, but you gotta drill into your kayak. I don't really like that. I don't like the thought of drilling into my kayak. I've been working it too fast, I don't know. I got a lot of beer cans, but don't think those will work. Yeah, those work for other things, not so much holding your watercraft in place. I'm half tempted to tie on that big swim bait, but this swim bait's getting all tore up now. That's a little too far. Had it rigged right the first time. There we go. I guess we might go back in this canal, but I may lose connection, so I don't really want to go back in there, but there might be fish in there. Quite the conundrum. A little more scent on here. shad starts busting water when I go right past it. There you go. Cast over there. Time for a new bait. So I go over here, I'll put a new bait on. Well, man, I feel like they should be hammering this bait and they're just not. Maybe they're still trying to get over the cold front, I don't know. Alright. Go ahead and check the chat here. Let's see here. Well, you have chapstick for your lure. It's basically chapstick, but just has like a shad bait fish scent to it. I don't put it on my lips or nothing, that's for sure. Gotta run, buddy. I'll check out your live later. All right, sounds good, man. Good luck. Thank you. Well, they're definitely where you're at. You should try a topwater lure in that canal if you go back to it. Yeah, I might try a topwater. We'll see. I think I have a couple topwater frogs in my box behind me. So. Oh man, I'm right by a bunch of thorns. Let's twist. This swim bait's all tore up on the inside. Doesn't want to hold a hook very well. Perfecto. I also say if I lose connection, just hang in there. Sorry about that, guys. You guys still there? Sometimes I lose connection back here. There's a little pocket, a little spot of lily pads back here that I like to hit and then turn around. I really need to line up my new bait caster and bring it out with me, so I have a couple of different lures to try. I'm gonna slack on that. go. Fish on, folks. Oh, man, I can see a fight. First one of the day is a dandy. Yeah, let's go. That's a nice one to start the day. Took that swim bait down. You guys can see that. Just took it down. All right, where are my pliers? I probably need the pliers. I don't know what I got them out for. There we go. Nice 2-pounder for the first one of the day. Nice butterball of a bass. Nice bass. All right. Let's see if there's something I'll check for a fin inside their mouth, see if they're eating on shad or not. But this bass has been eating for sure. Nice little, yeah, maybe. Nice 2-pound butterball. Let's get her back in. See you later. All right. Got that monkey off my back. After a cold front bounce.